booktube. I'm here with a July TBR. So I'm going to tell you about the two audiobooks that I am going to be listening to in July. The first is The Lies of Loch Lamora by Scott Lynch. This is a fantasy story, the first in a series, and I don't know much about it. I like going into those kind of books not knowing too much. And then the other one is going to be The Winter's Heart, I believe it's called, which is book 9 in the Wheel of Time series, and that will take me probably into the month of August because these are both incredibly long audio books. Yeah, and then I have a few physical books here that I'm going to be reading. First is Stand on Zanzibar by John Brunner. I love John Brunner. This is the one that he's most well known for, but I haven't read it yet. I'm just gonna read the back. Donald Hogan was a mild-mannered student, a dilettante intellectual. At least that's what everyone was supposed to think he was, but Donald knew otherwise. He knew he was a spy. But what Donald didn't know was that in a world overpopulated by the billions, in a society squeezed into hive-living madness by megabrain computers, mass-marketed psychedelics, and eugenics, where everyone was struggling for life, he himself was programmed for death. Dun dun dun! But this is really cool because it begins right off in this kind of experimental format where he's kind of describing a commercial or something. So he describes like the background and then like the words over it, and then he goes into a section like this where it's kind of like a whole bunch of different things happening at once and you're jumping all over the place. So it's like really cool off the bat experimental science fiction novel. The next is going to be another postmodern read, Gravity's Rainbow by Thomas Pynchon. I loved The Crying of Lot 49. I love postmodern literature, so let's hop into this. I don't know what it's about. All it says on the back is, "A screaming came across the sky." The next two books are YA middle school type books, and one is actually a reread, and that is Abarat by Clive Barker. I normally don't reread, but I've completely forgotten the plot of this book, like completely couldn't tell you anything, the main character's name, nothing. And then I saw a review by Amanda Center, I'll link that down below, which reminded me that this book is amazing and that I should read it again. So I am going to. But what really drew me to this book in the first place was the art. We have full page and, you know, little drawings beneath, and it is fantasy of a young girl who gets swept off to this island, to this series of islands that are trapped in time. So there's 12 islands and they're each trapped in a certain time, and there's a 13th mysterious island. So I'm really looking forward to getting back into this and refreshing my memory. And the next is this recent acquisition, School for Good and Evil by, oh, their name was here, Somon Chenani. And I think this is basically about two schools, one for good and one for evil. I'm guessing that by the map. I don't have the dust jacket to this, but I'm going to read this to you. In the forest primeval, a school for good and evil, two towers like twin heads, one for the pure, one for the wicked. Try to escape, you'll always fail. The only way out is through a fairy tale. So that sounded really intriguing. So these all kind of hit the moods that I'm in for like kind of easier to read middle school YA kind of fiction. And then on the other hand, some more kind of hardcore stuff, I guess you'd call it. And then some audiobooks. If I read more than that, that'd be awesome, but it's all good. It's gonna be, you know, what comes to me. Yeah, so let me know what you'll be reading in the month of July, and thank you for watching.